Welcome back to another episode of My Legacy Garage. Today, it's the C20. We had some issues, running, moving, a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to see if we can't maybe get a little further along in that process today. I'd really like to get this thing to move because frankly, I'd like to drive it outside around back and park it and put something else in here that I'm really excited to work on. And this can just, it can wait. It's, it's old. It'll be fine. It's very patient. Anyway, let's dig into these brakes, see if we can figure out why it won't, move. And then we'll take a look at this engine and see if we can figure out if the timing's off a little, if the carburetor's just really messed up, or if it's got some sort of other problem going on. Anyway, let's dig in. Step one, in order to move, the wheels need to rotate. It's physics or something, I don't know. Anyway, we got the back end jacked up and, well, this one moves. I mean, it's a little stiff, I guess, but it moves. The other side, though, not so much. So, let's take a look. This is the, driver's side rear tire, and it doesn't move. So I think we need to take it off and have a look, see what's going on in here, and hopefully it's something simple and easy to fix. Let's hope. So of course the 3/4 ton trucks, you gotta do major disassembly just to figure out a simple brake problem, which is super fun, but it is what it is. So with my handy dandy picks, I got everything out of here, and now we got to try and get this drum off of here, which we're probably going to have to just beat the snot out of it to try and get it, loose. So that's what we're up to. Well, I'd say it has a little bit of rust in it. I win. Well, there's your problem, lady. I'm gonna guess that's probably been an issue for a while. It looks, rusty in here. Whew. Yeah, this is like that is all seized into one continuous glob, it looks like. Well, let's see if we can't clean it up and at least get it to roll. So it looks like the main issue is that these brake linings are delaminating. They've got a bunch of rust jacketing in underneath of them, which is pushing them out, and I'm sure that's jamming up. And the adjuster here is stuck solid, so there's not even any backing them way down. I think we're going to end up just tearing this all out of here and putting the drum back on it so that it will move. That's probably our only option to get it to move today. And I guess I'm going to have to do a full brake job on this one too. I had hoped, with seeing new brake lines and bleeders and stuff, that we were going to be alright, but not so much. It's pretty much junk. So the retainer actually rusted through on the end, and it just, it just goes in and out now. So that's good. Oh, that's more better. Once you get it on there, you just need to give it a couple love taps to snug it up. Now this thing is, it's just like your front wheel bearings. You don't want it uber tight, just so you don't have play and it spins freely. That's all you need. And you put your little magic retainer in here, and you put the other nut on here. this one is really, it doesn't really hold anything other than keeping the nut behind it from coming loose. So you don't have to go too nutso with this one either. There you go. I don't think I'm going to bother putting the retainer on it because, I mean, it's not going to get down the road like this. This is just so it'll roll around here. So I'm just going to leave that out because it's going to have to come back apart again and do the brakes anyway. So we got the back one straightened out and we thought, well, let's check the rest of them. And the passenger side front, it was fine. Passenger side, driver side, what's with the driver's side? I don't get it. So we got to fix this one too, and I do use that term fix rather loosely. Hot dog, they came out. That's got to be some kind of like miracle. Now we just got to get the drum off. Well, that looks like a different sort of problem. That looks like brake material almost. Stupid, miserable, garbage, come off there! Worthless dirt! Owie! Wonder if the air hammer would bust it loose. So what I've discovered is the hub is loose. Well, it felt like it was anyway. Yeah, it's loose from the drum. So I don't want to take the whole hub assembly off if I don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back together-ish so that I'm only worrying about the actual drum and not the hub and everything too. Although, boy, it was moving a little bit, and now it doesn't want to. Let's see if that doesn't make things a little more solid and easier to get it off of here. So here's the deal, folks. It ain't coming off. And I mean, I have beat on this thing for the better part of 2 hours. So, when I first bought this truck, this wheel did rotate. The back one drug up onto the trailer, but this one spun. So I'm hoping after the 6.5 gallons of PB Blaster I soaked into this thing that it's just gonna, you know, turn. So we're gonna put it back together and try it. Now that we've decided we're just gonna ignore that wheel, let's see what we can do about getting some sort of timing set in this thing. So I've loosened the distributor. I'm gonna dig out my timing gun, but I think first I might just try and do it by ear and see if that gets us anywhere. All right, let's light it up, see what it sounds like. It doesn't sound better. So let's try a little timing adjustment here and see if that has any sort of effect on it. Let's try that, see what that does. See if there's any improvement now. right, well, let's get the timing light out and see what that tells us. Surprisingly, the timing, it's okay. So it's a carburetor issue, and this thing's just going to sit for a while anyway, so it runs good enough to drive it out of the shop, hopefully, as long as that wheel up there will cooperate at least a little. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get it out of here so we can get something else in here and go from there. Let's give her a shot. Well, there you have it. It runs, it drives. It got stuck in the mud because, you know, there's no weight in the back of these things. But I'm going to call that a win. I was able to drive it out back here and park it, and this is where it can stay. When I'm ready to work on it again, it will run and I can drive it back up to the shop. So that's where the video ends. If you liked it and you want to see more projects, especially the bigger ones that we're slowly getting to as soon as the Jeep's wrapped up, we got that square body short bed coming in. We're going to really tear into that and really tear it down. And I've got another one coming in next month. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. It really helps the channel out and we appreciate it. And you know, by all means, leave a comment, ask a question. I read and respond to every one of them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.